In this recording, we will be looking at drawing inequality graphs and finding regions. Before watching this, I suggest to have a review of the video drawing linear graphs, and before or after, watch the recording describing inequality regions. So indicate the region that satisfies x bigger than or equal to 2. First of all, we need to draw the linear graph x is equal to 2. So where is x always equal to 2? That's the x coordinate 2. X is always equal to 2 along this line. Now, we've got a region to the right, we've got a region to the left. When is x bigger than or equal to 2? Can you see for all these x values here, we've got them bigger than or equal to 2. So that's my region. So I shade out the area I don't want. You'll see why when we come to more complicated graphs. So we don't want all of this area here. So this is the bit I'm kind of going to shade in. Or draw arrows either way. There's a few different ways of doing this. We don't need this area here. I'm going to cross it out because here all these values are less than 2. So this is my region because all these x values bigger than or equal to 2. Now don't forget, if you've not got the equals on, we need a dashed line. So let's first of all draw the linear graph y is equal to -3. Y is equal to -3 here and all along this line. The reason I'm doing a dashed line is because we have not got the equals on the inequality symbol. So where is y less than -3? So you can all these values are y less than -3. So this is my region here. This is not my region, so I'm going to cross it out. Slightly more complicated because we're going to have a diagonal line this time. So first of all, we need to draw the linear graph y is equal to 2x minus 1. A couple of different ways of doing this, but I'm going to use the method where we draw a box first with x values and y values, a table of values. So x, I'm going to choose 3 of these values here, maybe 0, 1 and 2. I'm going to plug these values into this equation here. X is 0, 2 times 0 is 0, take away 1 is -1. And my first point is 0, -1. When x is 1 here, 2 times 1 is 2, 2 take away 1 is 1. When x is 1, y is 1. Here, x is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Take away 1 is 3. So when x is 2, y is 3. I'm going to use a straight line and draw it through these points and extend it through my graph. So your line should go all the way through your graph. Now, which bit do I shade? So I like to think of it as, can we see this area here is above the graph and this area here is below the graph, the straight line that we've just drawn. We want y is less than or equal to 2. So it's below. Less than or equal to, think below. Bigger than or equal to, think above. So the region is below because less than or equal to. This is my region. This is what I don't want, so I'm going to cross it off. This is slightly more complicated again. So we need to draw the equation of the graph first. Need to make it into an equation, put an equals in. But first of all, we want to have it in this form, y equals. I'm going to make y the subject first. How do I make y the subject here? I'm going to take 2x off both sides. If I take 2x off the left-hand side, 2x disappears. If I take 2x off the right-hand side, y minus 2x. Now let me put an equals in. Let's generate my, sorry, it's 1 minus 2x. Let me generate my values from a table. So in my table, we want some x values. You can choose any of these. I'm going to choose 0, 1 and 2 again. Generate my y value. So if x is 0, so it's 1 minus 2 times 0. 2 times 0, 0. So 1 minus 0, 1. And then if I substitute 1 in here, we've got 1 minus 2 times 1, which is 1 minus 2, which is minus 1. Let me plot my points. I've got 0, 1, and I've got 1 minus 1. And here, if I substitute 2 into here, we got 1 minus 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 1 take away 4 is minus 3. So we have 2, negative 3. Let's draw a straight line through those points. And let's decide which bit is our region, which satisfies this inequality here. I'm going to go back to this inequality because y is a subject. So because it's less than or equal to, again, I want below the line. If it was bigger than or equal to, you want above the line. I want below the line here. So this is my region, and this is the bit I do not want. Have a go at these 4 questions, please. Put me on pause, have a go at them, and unpause when you're done to see if you have them right. Indicate the region that satisfies x is bigger than or equal to 5. So first of all, I need the line x is equal to 5. Where is x bigger than or equal to 5? Well, this value here, 6, is obviously bigger than 5, so this is my region. I'm going to put R here to show it's my region. Do not want all of that, because that's smaller than 5. I need to draw the graph y is equal to 3 first, which is here, with a straight line. I want y is less than a 3. Oh no, I need a dashed line, don't I? Because I don't have the equals there. I want y is less than 3. All these values here for y are less than a 3. I do not want this. So let me put y is equal to x plus 1. Let's draw our table of values. Choose any values for x. I'm going to choose 0, 1, and 2. If x is 0, 0 plus 1 is 1. If x is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2. And if x is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3. So 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3. Join it up to make a straight line. Right, so this time I want, because y is bigger than or equal to, I want above the line. So this is my region, and this is the area I do not want. This one, we need to make y the subject first. I need to take an x off both sides. If I take an x off the left-hand side, it disappears. If I take an x off the right-hand side, we have 5 minus x. Let me draw that graph. Choose your x values. Choose the corresponding y values. So if x is 0, 5 take away 0, 5. X is 1, 5 take away 1 is 4. X is 2, 5 take away 2 is 3. So I've got 0, 5, 1, 4, 2, 3. Let's go back to this where y is the subject. Less than or equal to, because I want below my graph. I do not, that is my region below. Can you see this area is below the line? Do not want that region. Okay, so this is more what the exam question will look like. You'll be given 3 inequalities, and you have to draw all 3 inequalities and find the region that satisfies all 3. We'll go through 2 examples and you can have a look at a couple yourself. X less than 3. Don't forget you need a dashed line here because the equals isn't on the inequality symbol. Right, so I'm going to shade in the bit I don't want. You'll see why I'm doing that. It just makes it more obvious the region you need. I want less than 3, so I want all of that. I don't want this because this is bigger than 3, so just put lines through that. Let me draw this graph now. Y is equal to minus 2 first. That's a dashed line because I don't have the equals. So when is y bigger than 2? You see y is bigger than 2 all over here. So I want this region, I don't want this region. Cross it out. Y is less than or equal to 2x minus 1. Let's get my values from the table. X is 0, 2 times 0 is 0, take away 1 is minus 1. X is 1, 2 times 1 is 2, take away 1 is 1. X is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, take away 1 is 3. Plot your points, 0, minus 1, 1, 1, 2, 3. Join up all your points to form a nice straight line with a ruler. Now here, I want below the line because y is less than or equal to 2x minus 1. So I want this area here. Do not want above it. So now, can you see, because I've crossed off everything I don't want, the region is left blank. So there's your region. It's just easier to see that way, I think. That is the area we do want. Let's just highlighting it. Okay, I'll go through this one as well. I'm going to start with this one because it's easiest. Y is equal to 1 would be here. I want bigger than 1. So I want this top bit here. Do not want this bit. Let's get rid. I'm going to draw that my table of values for y is equal to 2x plus 1. 0, 1, 2. 2 times 0 is 0 plus 1 is 1. 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3. 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5. Join these up with a nice straight line. Be thinking, do you want above or below your graph? Oh, I should have done a dashed line there. It's going to be kind of tricky. So we haven't got our equals on there, have we? It's going to be, let me just do this in a different colour to make it more obvious. So I can't really get a ruler to do this on here, but it will look like this. Okay, so we want above, bigger than. We want above. We do not want below. Let's get rid of the below bit. For this bit here, let's make x and y the subject first by taking an x off both sides. If I take x off the left-hand side, disappears. Take x off the right-hand side, it becomes 4 minus x. Let's draw my table of values now. X can be 0, 1, 2. Y. 4 take away 0 is 4. 4 take away 1 is 3. 4 take away 2 is 2. 0, 4. 1, 3. 2, 2. I need a dash line again. So where do I want this time? So let's go back to this. You want below the line. All of this is below the line. You do not want above the line. So we do not want this. So can you see that this is our region this time? Because that's the bit that's been left blank. This is not included in your region because that should have been red. So it's everything enclosed here. Right, okay. Have a go at these two yourself. Put me in pause, unpause, see how you get on. Okay, let's draw this one first. X is bigger than or equal to minus 3. Here, x is equal to minus 3. We want bigger than or equal to. We want the right-hand side. Do not want the left-hand side. Let's get rid. This one next. let's draw the graph y is equal to x minus 1. X is 0. 0 take away 1 is -1. 1 take away 1 is 0. 2 take away 1 is 1. 0 minus 1. 1, 0. 2, 1. Join those points up. Where do we want this time? Bigger than or equal to. We want above the graph. We do not want below. Let's draw this one now. Ooh, this time you've got x as subject. So let's rearrange that. So y is the subject. I'm going to add 2y to both sides first. I want a positive y. So 2y plus x. So it's quite a tricky one, this. Is less than or equal to 6. Then we're going to take an x off both sides. So we'll do up here. So 2y is less than or equal to 6 minus x. And then we're going to divide everything by 2. So y is less than or equal to 6 divided by 2 is 3, but you've got to divide everything by 2. X divided by 2 is just half x or 0.5x. Let me draw that as a straight line. So we're going to draw the line y equals 3 minus half x. Okay, half times 0 is 0, so 3 minus 0 is 3. Okay, let's just write this next one out. 3 minus a half times 1. Half times 1 is a half. 3 minus a half is 2.5 or 2.5. And then for this last one here, we got 3 minus a half times 2. Half times 2 is 1. 3 take away 1, 2. We've got 0, 3. 1, 2.5. And 2, 2. And where do we want here? Well, go back to this one. Your inequality with y as being the subject. We want below. Do not want above. So let's get rid. Here's your region. And this last one, our first inequality, x is less than or equal to 2. Let's draw a line where x is equal to 2. We want less than or equal to. We want this left-hand side. Do not want this right-hand side. Because here, bigger than 2. Let's draw a little table of values for this inequality. Generate my y values. X is 2. 2 times 0 is 0. Take away 2 is minus 2. X is 1. 2 times 1 is 2. Take away 2 is 0. X is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Take away 2 is 2. 0 minus 2. 1, 0. 2, 2. We want below the line. Because we've got less than or equal to here. So we do want below the line. We don't want above. So we'll shade out this region above. Let's make y the subject here. Let's take an x off both sides first. 0 minus x is just negative x. But I also need to take a 2 off both sides. They've got y is bigger than minus x, take away 2. Let's draw the graph y equals minus x minus 2. So x is 0. Minus 0, which is just 0, take away 2 is negative 2. Minus 1, take away 2, negative 3. Minus 2, take away 2, negative 4. Go back to the original inequality. We do want y is bigger than or equal to minus x minus 2. We want above the line, not below the line. Oh, sorry, I was looking at the wrong line then. So we're looking at this line, aren't we? We want above, not below. I'll use a different colour here, so let's shade out the below. Leaves us with this region here. Okay, thanks for listening.